to get a pair of tickets to see Joe Conklin. Now, Conklin by himself is amazing, and the City Rhythm Orchestra at the Excite Center at Parks Casino on Friday, April 14th. Get tickets at joeconklin.com. All right, Dan, what's the backstory?
Dom, today we're asking for distinct voices. So I thought I'd pull a very distinct voice and ask if it's a cover song, and he's playing alongside Bruce Springsteen here, our favorite at the show. I say that tongue firmly in cheek. But Dom, I want to know who's singing here. Who is this distinct voice singing this cover song by the Beatles? Here is your clue. We want to know who's singing this rendition.
Head down to his knees. Got to be a joker. He just do what he please.
These cover song, it's amazing that people get this. It's 855-839-1210. First caller in with it correct. You're headed off to see the man of 10,000 voices, Joe Conklin, and the City Rhythm Orchestra together. It's a great night, great show. Let's hear it one more time.
Head down to his knees. Got to be a joker. He just do what he please.
All right, of course, Rhino Shield brings us Dom Giordano's Money Melody every day. Never paint your house again, thanks to Rhino Shield. Ceramic coating that's guaranteed for life. Call John Gilgee at Rhino Shield. Save 20%. You got to act soon, though. Visit myrhinoshield.com or 844-RHINO-99. 844-RHINO-99 is what you do. 855-839-1210. Give us the answer to today's Dom's Money Melody. First, let me tell you about my friend and board-certified prosthodontist. It's Dr. Robert Bentz of the Bentz Dental Group in East Norriton. Let's face it, you hear about dentists all the time. Some could be very good, but the difference between a regular dentist and board-certified prosthodontist, first, it takes several exams over years to become board-certified. Fewer than 0.5% dentists nationally are board-certified prosthodontics. The difference with a board-certified prosthodontist is he can design, or she, a customized plan for your long-term oral health and give you the smile you've always dreamed of. So if something is bothering you, take care of it now with Dr. Bentz before it gets worse. I've told you over the years about his skill with dental implants, the on-site digital lab, to the great staff that make every visit incredibly convenient and comfortable. Get the oral care you need. I'm seeing Dr. Bentz on Wednesday to give you another update. He's constantly moving forward with something that enhances patient care. Visit thebentzdentalgroup.com, BENTZ, or call 610-272-6949. Book that appointment today. bentzdentalgroup.com, 610-272-6949.
All right. Don't pick your nose.
Okay. Yes, usually each day at about
2:13 or 14, but today, boy, Robert Cahaly, that was unbelievable stuff. Hope you heard it. A lot of takeaways, but Dom's Money Melody today, you heard the backstory, this cover song. Let's hear the clue again. Okay, Dan, we're looking for the person singing, the singer today, right? All right, let's go to Jeff in Upper Darby. Jeff, who's singing that?
Oh, holy cow. I have no idea. It's not even what I was calling. I was calling for the question of the day.
I'm going to put you on hold. That's a wrong answer. Dan will take that as. All right, Ken in Fishtown, Talk Radio 1210. Hey, Ken, who is that singing?
I don't know. It sounds like Adam Sandler.
Oh, I got him today, Dom. I love this.
Good try. I watched Hustle again last night, and Sandler, I'm not a fan overall, is very good at it, though. Very good. I like the film a lot. I like basketball maybe a little too much, but it's a good film.
It is a good film, Hustle, yeah.
Yeah. Jimmy in Kensington. All right, Jimmy, who's singing that song?
Is it Axl Rose?
Man, how did you get that, Jim? What's the clue?
That's a pretty distinct voice, you know.
I know.
He's got that whiny little, you know, can only be Axl.
All righty. That's
You a fan of
amazing
Axl
to me.
Rose, Dom?
No,
No,
I'm not negative. I don't
Axl
have a
Rose's
lot of
guy?
Axl Rose knowledge.
Yeah.
But I did find a nugget during that break, though, Dan, on Twitter that I wanted to get into. Then we'll take a side question, et cetera, here. A lot of stuff this last hour. The nugget is this. Tomorrow, the mugshot. You have one attorney for Trump saying, oh, this is private. We probably won't release the mugshot. Fire that guy. This mugshot is going to be iconic. We talked about this earlier. Here's the expression I was looking for, though. And a guy hit it just right on Twitter. I wish I had said it at the top of the show. The left is going to be wearing this mugshot. You know, it's going to be out there all over the place, I think. Now, the court may try to stop. I think Trump will sue to hell to try to get this out there. It's an expression of the counterculture. Here's the point I wanted to make. Used to be the counterculture was the left. Now, we know the 60s, counterculture was definitively the left. I don't know when it's changed, but I'd make the argument, given the media slant, given how far left things have gone, the counterculture is sort of, even though people would never articulate, or a lot of people wouldn't, with Trump in 2016, it's more than just a political movement or an issue. It's a thing, like talk radio is in the forefront of the counterculture. And being the counterculture is not a bad thing many times, depending on how you handle it. So will the Trump mugshot, and we might even do that tomorrow for the side. Well, maybe we'll wait till Wednesday once we see if he does it or not. Will the Trump mugshot be the iconic image of this century? 23 years. I'm not sure. There are others. I would argue some of the 9/11 images are probably, but this is going to be the type of thing where both sides are going to be wearing this. The left is going to be wearing some version of this. They'll probably morph it into something where he's got, you know, the hair in some way. It is counterculture, though. The counterculture is against not only, and this is the key thing with Trump, not only the left. There are a lot of people that can be against the left. It's against the Republican establishment. And Ron DeSantis, that's one of the things they were going after him on. I don't think Ron DeSantis is the Republican establishment per se, but he does have backing from like Jeb Bush in Florida, and Mitch McConnell hasn't weighed in. That type of thing. It always has been not just conservative or certainly Republican. It's different. That's why Trump goes after people that say anything around reforming Social Security, Medicare. It's more populist. I don't know if it's consistent per se, but it works with people. It feels different, not just Democrats or the left. All right, before I take another call, Dan, I wanted to play, because I don't want it to be tomorrow we're going to be consumed with Trump. This will be, this is cut 9B. This is Jane Pauley. And that Sunday morning show. Dom, you're going to be on Sunday morning. 90 minutes they interview me out of here. You know, with the big lights and the whole chairs you get when it's a presidential interview. People out here were looking like, what the heck is going on? Is the president coming? 90 minutes under their fire, Dan. And I end up on the cutting room floor because they didn't feel we were rabid or something where they could use it.
I think they wanted to exploit a conservative host, and you were just too normal, I guess.
Yes. I mean, come on. I had the hair, I had the suit and everything. They didn't like that. They wanted some knuckle dragger.
It was fantastic.
Well, thank you. So this is a question for Fetterman. Softball. I mean, Jane Pauley wasn't even throwing softballs yesterday. They were wiffle softballs, like the giant, not even like the softball wiffle ball, like a beach. She was throwing beach balls to the Fetterman. I'll save this column written by this op-ed by Yoko Ono Fetterman for tomorrow. But here is 9B. She asks Fetterman, you're a relatively young man. You're in fine health now. Presidential aspirations? Listen to Jane beach ball throwing Pauley.
You seem hopeful.
For the first time, yeah. It's a strange feeling for me to have.
Your trajectory from mayor to lieutenant governor, United States senator, was still pointing up. At 53 in politics, that's a young man. Can you have aspirations? Can you serve beyond the United States Senate?
You know, my aspiration is to take my son to the restaurant that we were supposed to go during his birthday, but couldn't because I had to check myself in for depression. And being the kind of dad, the kind of husband, and the kind of senator that Pennsylvania deserves. You know, that's what my aspiration is.
Well, I think we deserve a functioning Senate. See, they've done a great job here of morphing this idea, we're against somebody with depression. Rather than, no, it's somebody who can't serve, shouldn't have tried to project himself that he could serve, and the media hiding this. That's what it's about, and no amount of masquerading it around. And Jane Pauley, my God. Now, I can imagine, Dan, if I were sitting on a chair with Jane Pauley, what she asked me, she's not going to say, well, aspirations, you're a knuckle dragger. Yeah, Sunday morning in the tank. Sorry, Janie.
Do you feel bad for the guy at all?
No, only in the sense of, as a dad for a fellow dad, Dan, that part I do, because they knew this and they were driven to get over the finish line and masquerade as if this were all going to go away.
Yeah.
And they should be the senator. He shouldn't have been. And now we have the damage associated with this. And I think the depression, he sort of admitted, was caused by some of that. And
That's
certainly,
me and Maisie, we were watching yesterday, and it was the conversation kind of turned into we feel bad for the guy because it really seems that both Giselle and the Democratic Party are forcing this on him at this point.
I know. I'm not in that
so?
camp. He's a willing participant in this. Now, at this point, yeah, maybe at this, but overall, he knew what he was getting into. Now, she is Yoko Ono Fetterman, though.
Yeah.
So I have no sympathy there. The poor kids in this, though, I do. Let me take one caller, then we'll have the lightning round today. All right, Frank in the Northeast, what's going to be on the mugshot?
Hey, Don. Prisoners have an ID number.
Yes.
Under Trump's beautiful mugshot, it should be 45, 24, 47 because he was 45th president.
Yes.
The year 24 election, 47th president. 45, 24, 47 is ID number. What do you think, Don?
That is, let's go and make that T-shirt, Frank. I think you can make money off that.
We can sell that all up and down the boulevard, up and down South Broad Street. Might be hard work, Broad, but we can do South Broad, okay?
Gotcha. Yeah, well, down there in Passyunk Avenue and down there in Packer Park, you can sell them. I'm writing that one down for tomorrow. Suggestion for the shirt underneath it, 45, 24, 47. Not bad. Oh, are you with Trump or not? It's going to be hard with these shirts to determine who's with Trump and who's not. But Robert K. Haley today, if you missed some of that interview, it'll be up on podcast. That was brilliant, brilliant stuff. And this idea that this will be the counterculture icon. This is the counterculture. Yeah, it is. That's part of the legacy of Trump, being the counterculture on this and turning it on what is, let's face it, the mainstream now, leftist media. All right, it is the lightning round next. 855-839-1210. You get in. First, let me remind you the tournament is heating up. Tonight's finale, and there's no better place to get in on the action than FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge Casino, America's #1 sportsbook. That's because right now, FanDuel is giving new customers a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if that first bet doesn't win. Just go to FanDuel.com/Dom, D-O-M. Sign up today to claim your no-sweat first bet. You can wager on everything from the money line to point spreads to which team will be cutting down the net. I'm still going with UConn. Last time that we looked, they were 7.5-point favorites. That's a lot, but I think they'll cover. Still doing okay.
Yep, still 7.5.
All in an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. So don't miss your shot. And a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000 when you join FanDuel today. Just go to FanDuel.com/Dom to sign up. You'll really like the FanDuel app. And you make every moment more with FanDuel. FanDuel Sportsbook, the official partner of 1210 WPHT. You have to be 21 plus. Present in Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. $10 deposit required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? 1-800-GAMBLER.
Wrong.
I don't know where the money left, but it's the lightning round here on Talk Radio 1210.
Sorry about that. Jeez.
All right. So today, distinctive voice, speaking or singing, either one is in play. And tomorrow, we'll see the drama of this. At about 2:15, we're guessing all this will be happening with President Trump. I'm just struck, though, by Robert K. Haley, as good as it gets, today telling us there has been a noticeable jump. And that's real, reliable polling DeSantis will have until the end of May to see if a lot of this sticks. Does their gut instinct say people are fired up because of how wrong this is? Or is it going to carry at least through the primaries? And that's going to be a judgment for voters. Does it just carry through the primary, then drops when we get to the general election? All right, let's go to Tom in Marlton on Talk Radio 1210. Hey, Tom, good afternoon. What do you have today?
Good afternoon, Dom and Dan. Yeah, I would say it was the mid to late 60s. My dad took me down to the Steel Pier in Atlantic City, and I just remember a guy playing the horn and singing, kind of funny. I think I was more interested in the horse jumping into the ocean than anything else. But later on, I had asked him, who was that guy? And he said it was Louis Armstrong.
All-time great. Now, I saw, Tom, Buddy Rich on Steel Pier, and I've never seen anything as manic as a drummer.
That'd be so
Oh,
cool
my
to see.
God. Unbelievable. And then I think we went into the diving bell after that. Can you imagine the diving bell today, the lawyers? You're going to put 20 people in a diving bell
No,
and put them
thank you.
40 feet below the ocean there off Atlantic City? Yeah.
Yeah, I never did the diving bell, but I watched that horse jump in the water.
Well, the horse is even worse. I mean, God. Good one, Tom. That's Louis Armstrong, without a doubt. Let's go to, is it Drank in Langhorne? Is it Drank? Hello?
Frank.
Oh, it's Frank.
No,
okay.
Hello.
Yes. Hi, Frank. Who do you
Hello?
have? Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Dom. I have Janis Joplin.
Tell me why Joplin.
I was in the service with a guy in '69 that worked at the Fillmore West, and he knew all the people that worked back there. And when he told stories about Janis Joplin, it's stuff I never forgot, and that's why I'm saying her name now.
Well, without a doubt, iconic. And we play sometimes, and you almost have to see it visually. We're on YouTube, too, at this moment, but it might be too much to get up. Janis Joplin jamming with Tom Jones. Oh, my God. And Joplin looks like, hey, this guy's kind of surprising. I thought he'd be just a mainstream entertainer, Tom Jones, because I mentioned counterculture. Janis Joplin was the epitome of it. Let's try Bruce in Northeast Philly. All right, Bruce, who do you have today?
Hey, Don, I read where former Arkansas Governor Hutchinson's going to run for president.
Yes,
And,
under the guise that Trump is a loser and should get past this. Yeah, if that. All right, here's Bruce. Wait a minute. Here's the thing: who gets a higher percentage in primaries, Chris Christie or Hutchinson?
Well, it have to be Christie, I would imagine.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, I figure this way: he's got about as much chance of winning as Dan playing some '60s music for the music melody.
You want some 60s music, huh?
There you go. That's
All right,
it.
is that a
I thought
challenge?
you were going to say it's Dan doing 20 push-ups. Yes.
That too. Well,
Yeah.
anybody who sends his wife out in the blizzard to shovel the snow.
Oh,
I mean, what can you...
particularly to put the cone out there for the savesies.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Who's your voice?
My voice, I believe he's in the house. You have to check and see. It would be Merle Reese. Merle, are you there?
I am here in the house, and we are geared up right now. This Trump thing is bigger than the Super Bowl itself. We are placing strategic cones all over the place in this particular portion, being brought to you by Dish Network. If your dish doesn't work, you can use it as a savesy for your parking space.
Right, brought it all home. Brilliantly done. Thank you, Merrill. I don't know if, no, let's not go into anymore. Let me get a couple more people. Bill in Bucks County. All right, Bill, who's your distinctive voice?
Well, his original name was Dominic, and he was a booth announcer at NBC. And you may know some of his announcements, like Live from New York. I'm talking about Don Pardo.
Nicely played. All right. Michael Pekka is online, though, because he might be joining us tomorrow. Mike, what are you up to tomorrow?
Hi, Mike's not here, Dom, but it's me, Doc Brown. We're going back to the future.
Well, thank you,
Good
Doc.
impression, Mike. Wow.
I did interview you. Very
That's
good.
really
Yes.
good.
Try that in New York tomorrow, Mike. What are you going to be up to?
I will. Well, I am scheduled to be in New York City on the steps of the Capitol, of the courthouse, to see if Donald Trump arrives and see if we can catch him. but it sounds like the mayor is going to shut down the area around the courthouse and create a no-go zone. And if that's the case, I'm not going. But it's usually a real interesting scene, like something out of Law and Order when Trump does this. He did it back in 2016 in the early days of this kind of case. And so I have plans to be there. If I'm there, Dom, I will call you from the steps of the courthouse.
Well put, Mike. By the way, we've been talking about you have any T-shirt idea? Listener already for Trump, the mugshot, and under it says 45, 24, 47. 45th president, 2024, and 47th president.
I like it. That's good. I made a hat that says 45 is greater than 46, and it ticks people off here in Delaware.
You know what? That's not bad either. All right, Mike, we hope to talk tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. All right, Dan, let's hear some contenders.
Mike's coming up next
today.
for Rich Zioli. He's sitting in today as well.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. I should be a good producer and tell you something.
All right.
Like that.
Yes, I don't have to remove myself from the studio. I can take my time. Papers in the air.
Relax.
Thank you, Mike. Yes. All right.
Tiny Tim was a great answer from Tim in Lebanon. Tom and Marlton with Louis Armstrong, you just heard. I thought Bruce got a really good local answer with Merrill Reese. Singer Nat King Cole has said Janis Joplin. Groucho Marx. Dom, where are you leaning?
I like the Janis Joplin.
You want to do Janis Joplin?
Yeah, I thought that was distinct. The others we've heard.
And you missed it. If you youtube.com/@1210WPHT, we did show some footage of Tom Jones with Janis Joplin there on the YouTube channel. So please make sure to go over there and subscribe. But congratulations, Frank. Going to put you into the hat for that Friday drawing.
Tom Jones still might be my number one guest to get, only in studio though.
Yeah.
Or a Tom Jones imitator. I don't know. All right.
Set that up.
Great stuff. Mike is in for Rich coming up. Now, tomorrow at 2:15 is when we believe that President Trump is going to go through the arraignment process of a sort. We'll have a lot more on the mugshot tomorrow. But this is a counterculture image, big time. Will they stop him from releasing the mugshot? I don't think they can. But the gag order, yeah, they are going to gag him. We'll see how that plays out here on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.